Hey, happy day, the world. You know what? With President Trump and the southern border, things have changed. I mean, more than 1 million illegal immigrants have self-deported. Self-deported, and many more are lining up to do the same thing. That's leadership and that's strength. It really is. I mean, wow, those border guards now, they've got nothing to do. They're kind of like the Maytag repairman, right? Sitting around, not quite, but things have certainly changed. That big open thing, that funnel where everybody was coming in every day, it's not happening anymore. But look at the 4 years that Biden was in power, how many people actually came in illegally? 10 million. Some say as high as 30 million people. It was like a wow, well, you know, and what does that do to us today? After this Iran situation, it could mean a lot of bad stuff. I mean, you might have all kinds of little sleeper cell people sitting around waiting for some religious fanatic person to say, go get them now and poison the water and blow up bridges and different things. And what can you do about it? Be vigilant, look around and always make sure who's who in the zoo and carry a gun. I mean, be a first responder. Close to 50 million Americans are concealed carry holders and do carry concealed. Many states, of course, are constitutional carry, but that's a good thing, but know how to use it. We don't want good guys acting like crazy guys. And things can happen. They come into our churches, they come into the Walmarts, and they come into schools, they being bad guys. And add that with the terrorists, kind of mix it up, and you got bad things. And the world right now is, I don't know, it's just... there's things happening. I mean, suicide bombers yesterday, I think in Libya, 26 people and 60 some odd people injured. The bad guys are out there doing bad things. They continue to do that. Now, of course, you have countries that are at war. There's a lot of things happening. Wow. Now, Democrats, they're funny. You know, they wanted to impeach President Trump before he became president, like a day before the inauguration, initially when he was Trump 45. That's amazing. And they're doing it again now. They're saying, hey, you went to Iraq, or Iran rather, you can't do that. However, when Obama bombed Libya 14, maybe 15 years ago, it was okay. I mean, either they didn't speak or they spoke in favor of it. Whereas whatever Trump does, they're not in favor of. I mean, they're against everything that Trump is for. I've said it so often, Trump could come up with a cure for cancer, and they would still sit down, bow their heads and scream and hold up stupid little signs. The left, I mean, I gotta say, I used to think that some of them could be, converted. Some of them could be changed to our side. I used to think that, now it's come to me. That would be like a pickle going back to being a cucumber. I mean, you can't change stupid. Dumb as forever. Now, lastly, politicians everywhere, they work with, rent control and how do we protect the poor little guy that rents a house, and to heck with the landlord, and they do that all of the time. And every city, province, state, they all have their own little mix of rules. I want to talk about British Columbia, Canada. There, you have to give 4 months notice to a tenant if you want him to leave. You want your children to move in, or you want to move in, you have to give 4 months notice, but in addition to that, you have to pay them 1 month's rent. So it's like you adopted them instead of rented them a place. Wow. And some cities and towns like Kelowna, British Columbia, recently passed a rule that not only do you pay them the rent, you have to pay them their moving expenses, right, up to $1,000. So let's analyze this, break this down. So I'm a landlord and I rent a place to someone, and then I decide I don't want to rent it anymore, I want to paint it and I'm going to sell it. I have to give them 4 months notice, and I rented it, say, for $3,000 a month to someone. So I have to write them a check for $3,000. I have to write them another check for $1,000 so they can move, and I have to give them 4 months notice. And then if they decided they didn't want to move, they could take me to a tribunal anyway and say, how dare he do that? I kind of heard that his family's moving in and that shouldn't be allowed. They can hold me up forever. And then there's the rental rate thing. I mean, I know guys in Vancouver, Canada, they have market rates of rent, like are in excess of $4,000 a month for particular units, and they get $1,000 a month because the tenant has been there forever. And so he's benefiting. He's benefiting big time. You can't, it's a small percentage increase every year. I mean, what's going on with this? I mean, Socialism. Wow. Free markets work. Free markets work. That guy that's paying $1,000 a month, he's a big wage earner maybe, and instead of doing the market rate now, and the poor landlord, he's the guy that takes all the risk. It has to make the mortgage payments and so on. Socialism is just bad, bad, bad. Hey, y'all come back. Right is right, left is wrong. See ya.